Hi folks, welcome back on the Salty Hands. Oh, we love jellyfish, right? Their gelatinous body, they're quite nice to watch in the water going, but not the best feeling when you unfortunately step on it on the beach, right? Well, some researchers study this animal and interesting things that will help the microplastic collection. And Dr. Jamileh Gojelly from University of Southern Denmark is the principal coordinator of the GoJelly Project. So she's going to explain to us a bit more about this international project right now. So let's check it out. Hi, Jamileh.
Hi. Good morning.
Good morning. Yeah. So what's your story, Jamileh?
So I'm a marine ecologist and passionate about marine life, but especially when gelatinous zooplankton take over the role of fish. So I'm studying how or under which condition marine food web is changing, and then supporting more jellyfish and jellyfish bloom in the environment.
Why, I saw that you're the principal coordinator of the GoJelly Project. What exactly is the GoJelly Project? Can you tell us?
GoJelly is a Horizon 2020 project that started 2018 with 16 partners around Europe, but we have also partner from China. The main aim of this project and the type of the project is to address marine pollution and debris. And in the call, it was written marine pollution as having more microplastic, but also marine debris like gelatinous zooplankton blooms. And our project is addressing this both at the same time. We are going to generate and innovate a bio-based filter extracted from the slime of jellyfish to help filtering wastewater management plants, runoffs, and prevent introduction of plastic fibers to the sea.
So how does it work exactly? Do you already have the process? You saw that the slime is collecting the microplastic, but is there more to learn about it?
Everything is based on a paper back to 2015 from our French colleagues that shows the sticky mucus, sticky slime of some of jellyfish will work against particles. And these particles have a variety of character, from dust to gold nanoparticles to micro and nanofibers and plastic actually. And then at the same time, studying jellyfish gives us the other part of the story that says by having eutrophication means changing water chemistry, together with the climate warming, together with the overfishing of many of the areas of the sea, this human impact gives more free niche to jellyfish to grow and bloom, means to provide a big aggregates. And these big aggregates are in most of the cases not welcome, not just only for tourism and tourist industry, but also for all of the coastal industries. For example, desalination plants have to close their plants for hours and sometimes weeks to clean jellyfish biomass that just enter to the system. So therefore, a part of the jellyfish story goes to that corner of having some problems with increasing biomass of the population of jellyfish. And on the other side, we have to solve the problem of marine debris and microplastic. And then a study says, okay, that's the hope to study more into detail and understand how the slime works against microplastic fibers and particles. That's how it started. But if you just extract the slime that jellyfish produce when they get stressed, in most of the cases, what will happen to the rest? So we are talking about an organism, like the whole body has to be defined as something good if you want to go for directions of applied science. In GoJelly, therefore, we're just not talking about microplastic pollution and how to prevent them by having a new raw material and new sources, but also we are providing Western style jellyfish food.
Nice.
Yes, I can give you more information about that. We are going to study what candidates, what species and families of jellyfish could be used for aquaculture industry as feed. We are going to understand whether we can use jellyfish biomass as fertilizer of acres and in agriculture. And also understanding the ecology, because again, back to what I said, we are ecologists, most of us who are working in the project, and we pretty know about the important role of gelatinous zooplankton in the marine life. So we don't want to say, hey, come on, go and harvest them and define a jellyfish fishery, but understand how sustainable it could be if the industry is hungry to have this raw material. So as you see, it's huge variety of different tasks that we are working and products that we are working on. So yes,
Nice.
and
Wow.
yes.
That's crazy. So as we could hear now, there is many benefits to go forward with this project and the jellyfish. Quick question is it any type of jellyfish, or do you have you selected some of them?
Interestingly, most of people understand jellyfish as a group, which is in the taxonomic way of thinking somehow true, because you just have few different phylum, right, or taxons that go to or define the jellyfish. But jellyfish in general represent variety of species and functions. So we are talking about medusae of 200 species of ctenophores. So jellyfish is not just one moon jelly that I might have seen, but many other species that I might not. And they also expand a huge area from the Arctic to the very warm area of equator and down to the Antarctica. So therefore, when we are talking about this group, we should be aware of that there are many other functions available. And when we started, we thought, okay, we can select like 8 species, most dominant in the European seas, just to define a working program for us. And these species are mainly occurring in the North Sea and in Norwegian areas down to the Mediterranean Sea, but there are some of them that are belonging mainly to the Mediterranean areas and are not co-occurring with other in the north. Therefore, we have 8 species that we are studying, and not all of them represent the same function. Means the one that might work as fertilizer is not the one that might work against microplastic.
Yeah, so you have to take that. Awesome. Can we talk a bit more about the benefits that could bring GoJelly?
As I said, so we are going to publish a cookbook in a month or two, where we invited Michelin chefs to think about their own dish of jellyfish. We have to know that jellyfish it belongs to a very common food in the Eastern Asian countries. So the problem is that in the Western countries, the type of processing and the taste of jellyfish food doesn't represent the taste of many other countries in the West. So what we are trying, and that is mainly my partner from Italy, who has a very long experience in working with jellyfish species is to provide a cookbook that might be applied for everyone here in the North Europe, but I hope that for the rest of the world the same. Yes, that is one of the benefits that I can say, but as I said, we are working on a variety of products like for aquaculture feed. You know that aquaculture is in some cases are not very sustainable, feeding fish with other fish, and we hope that jellyfish could at least take over a part of the task of being a good food for aquaculture. For agriculture is still under studying in which form and whether the cost benefit is allowing you to go and take the next step and provide a market, or it doesn't make any sense. We are studying jellyfish in general to predict their bloom, at least for the Baltic Sea, and then generate kind of early warning system. Sometimes I just forget what we are doing, but this is huge. But the benefit that we are working are mainly divided into these 4 types of products.
Nice. If we go back to microplastic, because I really like this part, at which stage are you and what will be the next steps for this as well?
Good question. Yeah, we invented the whale from the sketch because we first of all selected the best candidates to be studied for this part, and then moved on to understand the character of different slime from different species, and the trade-off between the volume of mucus that is getting produced to the character of mucus that is producing. And then we filed a patent just before Christmas in 2020 to protect our ideas of making a filter, a physical filter, combine the slime with other types of filter together to increase the effectiveness of filtering, especially nanoparticles and microplastic fibers.
Wow. So how will, like, now you have like a patent, probably like I said, having the patent, what will be needed to bring that forward? And
exactly. Once you protected the ID, then you should make the next step to provide a prototype, and then to seek interest from industry and investors to understand whether they want to invest in that innovation or not.
Okay.
So for us as a scientist, might be another follow-up project.
So finding industrial people. Okay.
Yeah.
What kind of industrial, just to catch them?
One of the things that I got from after talking to my colleagues who are inventing, so I'm a project face actually and coordinator, but when I talk we are doing, it's not just only me. So my project partner from Israel who are engineering this device had interest from textile industry, so, and wash machine industry actually, because most of the fibers coming from the cleaning of our clothes, and wastewater management plants can't filter that out. That is the way that most of the fibers end into the water. And we hope to take the next step to adjust this innovation for such an industry to have a filter at their site. But it's not exclusively just fibers that our filter can filter out, but we are talking about all of the types of nanoparticles that can be observed and be tracked by the filter.
Nice. Wow, I really hope to see that soon because there is actually many. We don't realize how much microfibers while doing our washing. It's just crazy. I just realized that. And how we could help you, like how we could help GoJelly Project to move forward as well.
GoJelly is a governmental project, and everything that we are doing should be also free for the public. What we did is to also have a good dissemination plan and campaigns and attract attention of the public about this project. We are going to publish a game. The very first thing that I can think of, especially from you, is the game we are going to release maybe in the last half of the year, this year.
Okay.
Or maybe at the end of the project, but that game will survive and let people to educate themselves about jellyfish blooms, microplastic problems, and scenarios about fishery. So we try to make a simple version of a game, because if you make it complicated, that you can't attract a kid to sit with you and play.
Sure.
But we tried also to incorporate all of the elements that we think are important for the public to know about it. So the thing is to follow us, please, and then see how you can also expand this knowledge that we are creating now to your neighbors and your listeners and your audience, so your everybody around you. The other thing that I wish people to help us is to also download our app.
Okay.
The app names is Jelly Spotter. Jelly Spotter is unfortunately just available for iOS cell phones and not for Androids. Nevertheless, for people who are going to the beach and observe jellyfish, we ask them to take a picture of whatever they see and upload it to the app. It gives us the coordinator of the place when they observe things or spotted a jellyfish, and then later on we will model population distribution of jellyfish. So that is mainly for European users, especially for the northern Europe, because in Mediterranean we have already good apps. Nevertheless, with people traveling around, hopefully soon again, and then this app could also help us to generate good data.
Love that. I really love that. Okay, so we have the many things going on. I'm really pleased to see the game coming out, the app, and hopefully investors and industries that will get the chance to try the technology. How we can reach you guys? Is it through the website, or they can reach you directly?
Yes, everybody can have a look to www.gojelly.eu. That is our actual site that will be mainly active by the end of this year. Below maybe this site, and if anybody wants to listen more about GoJelly, I'm happy to answer.
Awesome. Thank you, Jamileh.
Thank you very much for having me.
Oh, really? That's really nice to talk to you. I'm like, I want to see that more.
The pleasure is all on my side.
I have a question that I like to ask, but more on the personal side, is what you wish for the ocean in the future? What will be your wish?
You know that more than 70% of our planet is covered by the ocean. So when we're talking about the ocean, is our life, is our Earth. And what is happening now, especially if I may talk about management, like ocean management, I see that things are not happening so fast. I love the movement of Friday for Future, the next generation who cares about what is happening. but from the policy the move is not so fast as we wished as scientists, and you can follow this discussion at even higher level. So I wish that our politicians listen to scientists more. And I think Corona gave them this background, this basic actually, to not just think of their party, their policy, but more, and have the bigger picture.
Yeah.
With that regard, yeah.
Hope so too. I just listened to the summit from Ocean Conservancy, and they were quite all there. So I was like, okay, that's a good point. Let's say that next. What all the action then?
Yeah.
So,
So,
well,
let's keep hoping that things happening more fast.
Yeah, I wish too, because we're kind of in a hurry. We're not like just chilling now.
No, and then if you're not going to pay, if investors are not going to adapt to the lower amount of revenue that they take, and if, I mean, me and you have no power. The power lays somewhere else, and that guys have to have it in mind that our clock is ticking.
Yeah, totally agree. We all have to go together, but all of them, not all of it, not just.
That's true.
Yeah, awesome. Love that. Thank you for your time. Thank you.
Thank you for your energy and for your interest. So keep it up.
Yeah.
Have a good day and a good weekend.
Many people working on great projects like the GoJelly Project. As you saw, there is books about cooking jellyfish. I'm quite interested about that. The patent of the filter is coming also towards probably industrial test, I hope. So industrial people that will be able to get all the microfibers, as we know more and more, washing our clothes produce a lot of microfibers that are going through the filters actually, and it's a lot of pollutions that don't realize it today. Also guys, don't forget the app if you're in the North Europe, also South Europe, but who knows, on the side of the world, that could be interesting to learn about the blooming of the jellyfish and probably process them later on in many places in the world. Well, don't hesitate to share the video if you liked it, and if you have ideas of solutions that be worth to share, well, please contact the Salty Hands platform, and we will be happy to bring that up and talk about many passionate people that working hard to bring solutions that the ocean is into the regeneration mode and human beings living with respect with the ocean. So thank you again. Have a good day and see you next time.